Happy Friday! That means it's cash envelope stuffing time. By the way, this is Life in Envelopes and I am Jennifer Bleecher. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you join me on this journey. This channel is all about planning and budgeting. So let's just jump in. I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so to start with, if you watched my budget video yesterday, because I'm now doing things differently. I'm setting up my budget first and then I'm doing my cash envelopes. That way I know exactly how much I have to work with. So if you watched my budget video yesterday, you would have seen that we had $170 to work with this week. We normally have $500 to work with. So $170 is going to be quite a stretch for us, but we're going to make it work. A couple of things. So I left $100 in the account to cover our Sam's Club. We do the scan like you scan with your phone as you go through the store. That way you can skip the checkout line. So we set aside $100 a week for that. So we have the rest here to work with. So it should be $70. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Okay. But I have a surprise for you guys. It was a surprise for me too. I had some very generous friends buy us a coffee. So Buy Me a Coffee is an app or a website where you guys can like tip me. Now, just as a disclaimer, I didn't want to do this initially. You guys kept asking me to set it up, so I did, and I absolutely never ever expect you guys to give me money. Like, I'm always so shocked when you guys buy us a coffee. So I just want to give a quick shout out to Tracy and Sarah and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Normally all my Buy Me a Coffee money goes towards our savings challenges, but this week we're actually going to use it to help stuff our cash envelopes, to help with those expenses like food, gas, miscellaneous spending, you know, all the stuff. So we were generously given $110 this week. I'm just absolutely blown away. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sarah and Tracy. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we have quite a bit more to work with. How much is that? Let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 30, 40, 50, 60, so 160, 65, 70, 75, 80. So we have 180 to work with. Much better than just 70. Okay, so let's start with the bills binder. So there are 3 bills that I pay for with the income that I make from all of my streams of income, which are Etsy, YouTube, Buy Me a Coffee, and Patreon. So all of my streams of income are used to pay for all of our variable expenses and 3 bills. So the 3 bills are garbage, loan number 2, and Alliant Energy. So we're going to set aside $5 for garbage. We set aside $5 for garbage every week, and once I get to $60, I can deposit this into my bank account, and it will be there when it's time to pay the bill. So the bill comes up once every 3 months. So 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, loan number 2 is changing slightly. I'm still covering it with my paycheck, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this out because we're not gonna save the cash every week like we have been doing. Instead, I've contacted them and they're going to allow me to pay them directly every week. So I just have to make weekly payments instead of a monthly payment. It's that way it's just the money is gone and it's not there tempting me to use it on anything else. So I actually don't have to stuff this envelope this week or set aside money for this envelope this week because I already have the money for this week's payment. So I'm going to put this into my bank account and pay them right away. So whenever I need to put money back in my account, I use my wallet where I have my cash envelopes for my variable expenses. I just stick it back here, and then that is the money that needs to go back into my bank. Okay, so Alliant Energy is going to get $10 a week. That comes out once a month. It's going to be about $40, so that's $10 a week. Okay, bills are done. Moving on to our sinking funds. Originally, when I was only going to have $70 to work with, I was going to skip sinking funds this week. But thank you so much to my friends who bought me a coffee. We actually have money to do sinking funds, so we're going to go ahead and do those this week as well. So car maintenance is going to get $10. So we now have 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. We now have $55 in our car maintenance envelope. This is for things like oil changes, tires, car repairs, things like that. Okay, car registration is going to get $5. So now we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Christmas is going to get $10. So now we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Whew, we're almost at $100, you guys. That's so exciting. Okay, vet is going to get $5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, that's it for sinking funds. Let's move on to my cash envelopes. The cash envelopes I actually carry around with me because they're the ones that I'm going to actually be pulling from throughout the week to use. So first we have my spending envelope and I get $20. I spent all of my money last week, so there's nothing left in that envelope. Logan gets $5 a week. Logan is my youngest son, and David gets $20 a week. Okay, next up is food. Wait, is that right? Okay, so food, gas, and miscellaneous. So because we have less money to work with this week, we are going to skip miscellaneous and gas. So we'll talk about those in just a minute. So everything I have here is going to go towards food. So let's see how much money we have for food this week. Now remember, we have $100 for Sam's Club already. So this is just for anything else that we can't get at Sam's Club or like eating out, which we probably won't do this week. We'll probably save this for like food from a grocery store. But 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. Oh, that is so nice. That is so nice. So I would normally use my food money to do my savings challenges, but this week I'm going to use my gas money because we just haven't been getting gas and it just keeps building up and we're just doing really well. So I'm going to leave $20 in there in case I do need to get gas, so that I have something, and then all the rest here we're going to use for the savings challenges this week. So let's see how much we have to work with. 10, 15, and 20. Okay, so we have $20 to work with for our savings challenges. I am not going to do a coin challenge this week. Because I counted before I started, and I only had 4 quarters in here, which is how much I like to keep in my wallet at all times to pay for things like metered parking and Aldi carts and things like that. So I'm not doing the coins this week. Also, I was supposed to cash out my jar last week because we hit that $20 mark, and I completely forgot to do that when I went to the bank today. So I'll have to do that next week. Okay, moving on to the best part, the savings challenges. You know, guys, I am so excited that I get to do the savings challenges this week, even though our income is very low for us to work with this week. I'm so excited that we get to continue to do this. We currently have 2 savings challenges. The first one is a $1,000 cushion for our checking account. That way, when we go to pay our bills, we just have a little bit of cushion in there. So just, makes life easier to know that there's a little bit extra in the account. And then we're also saving money for homeschool. We're currently trying to save up for our first field trip. This first field trip is going to be a little bit more expensive than like subsequent field trips because we're doing something special this first time. So my goal is to save up $150. We're actually taking this field trip in October, so we have a good chunk of time to save up for it, but our goal is $150 for that. But let's start with the $1,000 goal. So first of all, we already have $500 in our bank account So we're trying to save up an additional $500. So there's $20 here. And what we're going to do is we're either going to put 5, 10, 15, or 20 into this envelope this week. And that will be based on the number that you guys picked. So I have these little like discs here that have the 4 number choices on them, 5, 10, 15, 20. So the first thing I do is I turn them all over, and then I'm going to mix them all up. So each week I ask you guys to pick a number, 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then whatever number you guys pick, that's the number that I flip over, and that's the number that I put in the envelope. So, oh, by the way, since I have $20 here, if you guys don't pick a 20, whatever's left of this is going to that homeschool savings challenge. That's how we're going to do that savings challenge this week. Okay, friends, let's see what you guys picked. We had 20 people picked number 1, 6 people picked number 2, 37 people picked number 3, and 9 people picked number 4. So it is definitely number 3. It's a clear winner this week. Let's see what you guys picked. $10. Okay, so this is interesting. So we have $20 here. So 10 is going to go to our $1,000 cushion, and 10 will go to homeschool. That's interesting. Normally I take the money out of my food envelope for the $1,000 challenge, and I take money out of my miscellaneous envelope for homeschool. Again, we didn't have any money for miscellaneous this week, so I couldn't take any money from that. And I decided to leave all the food money in there because I'm feeling like with our budget so low, I'm feeling pressure of like not having money for food, and it makes me really nervous. Okay, so 10 is going here. So let's see how much money we currently have in this envelope. So we have 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 600, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 630. That is so cool. I feel like we're getting so close to that $1,000 mark. Yay! Okay, so for our homeschool, we're trying to save $150. We're adding $10 today. So let's see how much we have towards that goal. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. $54. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, will you please give it a thumbs up? And I will see you all again next week. Bye, everyone.